Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? So this is day number 3. I just finished my leg workout today. Definitely my least favorite day of the week, and right now I'm finishing off with about 5 minutes or so in the sauna. It helps me get out a little sweat, and I just feel better after I sit in the sauna for a little bit. So I'm lucky this gym has one. My old gym did not have one, so I really like this place a lot better because of the sauna. But today, so it's about 3 o'clock, and I've had 2 meals today so far. So I woke up around 7:30, and I made that protein shake that I showed a few days ago. That's got a little bit of peanut butter in it with the frozen berries, well, the mixed frozen fruit, and then 1 scoop of that 25-gram protein powder. And then my wife hooked me up with a good breakfast again today, 3 eggs over easy with some bacon, and then that sweet potato is cubed up with some olive oil and some rosemary and some black pepper and a little bit of hot sauce while it's mixing up in the pan. So that's really good. I'm happy about that. Like I said, I'll cut the regular bacon out as the weight becomes harder to lose, but I'm only weighing once a week, and just after 2 days I can tell you I feel less bloated. I know I've got a lot of work to do. My face, look at my face, it just looks huge to me, but I'm trying to do the work to change it. So 252.4 pounds is where we started. Gonna weigh next Tuesday, which is in 6 days, so we'll see where we're at. But overall today, it was a good workout session. I started off with about 15 minutes on the treadmill, steady state cardio. I just put the incline on 2, I put the miles per hour on 3, and just walked the whole time. I didn't hold on to the bars, so that's good. That makes you work a little bit harder, but you can hold on to the bars if you need to. As far as the leg workout goes, I kept it super simple. I kept it extremely basic. No matter what you do, your legs are going to be sore after a leg session. But what I did today was I started off with the seated leg press. Okay, I did the machine where you rack the weights on both sides, and you'll see that if your gym doesn't have one of those, or if you're not comfortable with that, most gyms have a seated leg press where you're laying back and you're pushing your legs up at an angle. That's really good, for your quads. It's a great workout to start building up a sweat. I didn't do any squats today. I will start doing squats later, but I'm going to give my body some time to readjust to working out again. And like I said, no matter what we do, we're going to be sore tomorrow and the next day. We're going to look goofy walking, at least I will, even though I kept it easy. Exercise number 2, I went right into seated leg extensions. And, that's a really easy exercise to do. After that, so I hopped over to do some hamstring stuff. I did lying leg curls, so where you lie down, belly down on the bench, and you curl your legs up towards your butt. So I did that. And then afterwards, I did something very easy that you'll hardly see anybody do for your hamstrings, is stiff leg deadlift. And don't let the word deadlift scare you, because it's a very simple, easy exercise to do, and it is awesome for your hamstring strength. Very simple. You'll see that in the workout, when I go through the form and the posture, what I'm looking for. And then I polished off the leg workout with a little bit of standing calf raises. So, I love to work out my calves. I used to have really nice calves. Now they don't have any definition anymore. So I'm going to work on getting that definition back, building the strength up. Don't worry about how much weight you lift. Leave your ego at the door. Don't worry if people are looking at you when you're working out. Who cares? Like, you're there to get yourself better. They're there to accomplish whatever goal that you want. I went extremely light on the weight. On the leg press, I only put a 45-pound plate on each side. That was it. That's what a lot of females do, and more. So, and this gym that I go to now is full of a bunch of, buffer people. Some big dudes work out here. You can kind of tell the way they walk around. They got some egos. But I don't even care. Like, I'm not even worried about them. That's the hardest thing to do when you get to the gym, is to not worry about what you might think other people are thinking. Just forget about it. Turn your music up. Turn your headphones on. Zone out. You're there to do what you came to do. So that's it. And, I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow. On YouTube family, thanks for clicking on this video. This is day number 3 of myself trying to get from fat to fit. So I started off, like I said, this is going to be an easy week. In fact, the first couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, are going to be super simple beginner workouts. That way we can get our body conditioned back to doing cardio and you get our muscles responding to the weight training. But trust me, as time goes on, we're going to make the workout harder because it's going to get harder to lose weight. It's going to get harder to get more defined. It'll be harder to gain some muscle. So there's going to be a lot of goals moving forward. But today I did a little bit more than 15 minutes on the elliptical. Treadmill. I normally always do a treadmill on leg day just because it helps get my legs loosened up and warmed up and ready to go. I did 2 incline, 3.0 mile per hour on the speed, put me right at a quarter of a mile when I was all said and done. I didn't hang on to the sides, so that makes my workout just a little bit more effective. But of course, if you got to hang on to the rails every once in a while, you go ahead and do that. But I try to treat this just as we would walk in real life without hanging on to anything and just trying to work up a little bit of sweat. That's going to bring us into exercise number 1. Now, exercise number 1 here is the leg press. This is the one where you load the weights onto the sides manually. You can do this one, or you can do the one that has the preset weights where you just move the lever in and out and you select the weight that you want to do. Make sure that you breathe. As you bring the weight down, you breathe in. As you push the weight back up to the top, you breathe out. Breathing is extremely important, especially on leg day, and it normally goes, forgotten about. But as you do this exercise, you want to make sure you bring it down and then you drive it up with your heels. Now, I don't normally do that with my feet, but I'm just showing you that you don't want to drive with your toes. You want to drive this with, your heels. This is going to work out the front of your legs, but this is overall a great leg and an easy to perform. Now it's going to bring us into exercise number 2, which is going to be the leg extensions. You just sit down on the machine here, you pick the weight that you want to do, and you just bring it up, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Very simple as far as this goes. Exercise number 3 is the lying leg curl. Now keep in mind here, you can see the sets that we're doing. This is 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps. Just push yourself to do a comfortable weight. And what I would say about this exercise is you'll notice here that, when I do this, I keep my back flat, my back straight, and I keep my chin up. You breathe in, you breathe out. But you want to make sure that you bring this weight up with the back of your leg, okay, your hamstring area. You don't want your ankles doing the work. And that's one thing to note, that sometimes people do this wrong because they actually try to drive this weight up with their ankle, like the back part of your ankle, rather than making sure that as you pull this weight up, you're actually squeezing your hamstring muscle and using that muscle to bring the weight up. That way you get an effective workout. This is a movement you don't see done too often in the gym, and I don't know why, because it's a really effective workout for your hamstrings and it's very easy. You can do this with a straight bar like I'm doing, or you can do it with dumbbells. If you do it with dumbbells, just make sure you don't lower one arm, further than the other, and then bring it up with one side of your body. Make sure that the weight is controlled. And that's what I go to say about everything in the gym right now. Don't worry about how much weight you're pushing. You're there to focus on yourself and to make sure that you do everything the correct way and leaving yourself the least amount of risk for injury. And who cares if somebody's looking at you? Just forget about them. I go extremely lightweight, and my gym is full of a bunch of muscle necks. So, don't worry about that. I know that's hard to do. Just focus on yourself, turn your music up, and zone everybody else out. But stiff leg deadlifts, make sure that your legs are straight up and down, a very slight bend in the knee, feet about shoulder width apart. You can see here I'm holding the dumbbell, or the barbell. I bring it down with my back flat, chin up. Chin up always. Do not stare at the ground. That would be wrong form and posture and could definitely lead to an injury. But straight up and down, as you see there, breathing in, breathing out, keeping everything nice and controlled. And then that's going to bring us on to our final exercise, which is calf raises. Calves is one of my favorite things to work out whenever I start getting myself in shape. So you can see here my calves are very rounded, full of a lot of fat, very little definition, and we're going to change that. So for you females out there, make sure you do your calves as well. A very good body part to train. But you can see here I'm going extremely lightweight, just making sure that I build my endurance up and I let my muscles know, hey, we're getting back to it. And in 3 to 4 weeks, we're really going to increase the intensity of the workouts. Thanks for watching, everybody.